side?
No, just
Oh.
pickles.
Oh, okay. That's what I'm talking about. Like you used to get a deli sandwich and it would come with a pickle on the side.
Oh, absolutely. It's the only way to
Yeah.
get a deli sandwich. I don't care. I'd give up the little bit of meat to get more pickle. Jewish delis always have great pickle.
That's what she said.
Don't know if she would, but
Give up on the meat for more pickle?
okay. No, not going there. Not going there at all.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. Nope.
No?
No.
So you're sticking with your trays and tray liners and...
Yes.
What do you put your sides in?
Containers. Half-pound boats. I'd be more than happy to show you pictures if you'd like to see.
I'm familiar with what a half-pound boat looks like.
No, pictures of our plates.
Oh, okay. Do you do the craft boats or do you do the fun picnic ones?
Picnic ones.
Yeah. The checkerboard.
Actually, I'll be honest with you. I've changed. I've changed because sometimes it's hard to find the craft ones, but the picnic ones are typically always there. Really depends on when I shop and when I need them. I've had.
You should order. You should order online, and then you can have consistency.
Great. You know what? So we have a restaurant depot near us. That's pretty much where I go the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
They just updated their website to be able to order online and go pick it up. So that'll be very handy.
Good.
That'll be very, very handy.
Do you think it's important to have consistency in your plating and presentation?
For the most part, yes.
Why just for the most part?
Well, because the food should speak for itself. The food should be the most consistent. What you serve it in is a byproduct, or not a byproduct. It's a what's the best word? Not a byproduct, but a caveat. Like just it's there.
So you don't see it as
I don't think it matters. I don't think it matters as much as the food.
You don't think it's a detail that deserves attention. It's just a vessel to get food from one spot to another.
It would deserve some type of attention because I didn't like the original ways we were doing it. Like we just used lined cafeteria trays or baskets, and I hated it because it just didn't look right.
Okay.
But switching to the metal trays with the liners, again, whatever you put it on or whatever you put on top of it, I think your food has to be number one. The rest of it can be, not as important.
So you wouldn't go looking at the psychology of colors and shapes and food.
I'm colorblind, so no.
Well, that's because you are. Doesn't mean the rest of people aren't.
When I go to a restaurant, I don't look at the plate. I look at the food. I look at how the food looks.
You may not look at the plate, but that doesn't mean the plate doesn't play a factor into the food.
I think plating plays a factor.
No. Plate. Size, shape, and color
the actual
make a difference.
Vessel.
Yes, makes a difference in how the food looks. 100%. And how you perceive it.
Now you said that, I'm trying to find plating.
Bubba says, just say it, Skippy. You've gone Texas style.
We're a mix. We're a mix of every style there.
Bubba. They're a Tex mix. Not to be confused with Tex Mex.
Yeah. We're Tex Mix. Yeah, I think. Hold on, here we go. Let's do this. Let's rate.
I can't wait to do it.
Facebook. Here we go. Okay. So now, this was on a fiber plate.
Excuse me.
Craft boat. These are rib tips, cornbread, and hash brown casserole.
So you're not washing any dishes. Everything's disposable.
No, this was beforehand. This was before restaurant.
You
This is
switched to
when we
metal.
were just trying stuff out. Yeah.
Yep.
But I think that looks good. What would you change?
I like dishes, man.
So on your rectangle plate, how would you plate that?
But it's similarly how you have it, except for we would have another bowl for your side dish.
So you're not putting the side dish. I mean, like a mac and cheese or something like that on the plate. You're putting it in a dish on the plate.
More than likely, yes.
Okay.
So that way it's consistent. See, this is fine service. But there's a more hospitable feeling to the way a plate is. There's a difference between service and hospitality.
That was one of my favorite plates.
Yeah, it looks good.
I was pretty proud of myself. I took that one all by myself. But like, I don't know. I just like the. Yeah, I kind of like the more. I guess it's more. We'll call it more. A rustic view.
And you're not wrong. I'm not saying the way you're doing it is wrong. I'm just saying that there's room for more than one right, which is hard for barbecue people to hear. Some barbecue people,
I
at least.
agree. Yeah, there's definitely more than. Yeah, I understand what you're talking about.
Yeah, just like I have no desire to have, Coke glasses. It doesn't fit with everything else that's in the building, So,
now, are you going off what you personally like? Like, when you go to a restaurant, you like to see something plated this way?
No. I'm
okay.
Going based off of, yes, I'm going to figure out plating based on what is visually appealing to me, but also using some psychology, which
let's talk about psychology. Where is that coming from? Like, what type of psychology are you? Just how
emotions that different colors evoke and different color palettes evoke. Is there potential that we have different color plates for different dishes? Yes, 100%.
So you're not just ordering black plates.
We have just ordered black plates, but I'm not saying that's not going to change. Okay. It's like there's differences when your eyes perceive square and rectangular versus round. There's comfort in a heavy glass versus a lightweight plastic glass. They feel different. They evoke different emotions in your brain subconsciously.
Interesting.
You're not just serving food. You want an experience, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely, for sure.
So you don't want anything.
I don't believe the experience comes from the plate. I believe the experience comes from the interaction with the people and then food.
It's all of it. Every little piece, from the time they walk in to the time they leave, it's all part of the experience. Don't cheapen any part of the experience, because you don't want them coming away saying, "Oh, food was okay, but man, did you see what, these awful dirty tablecloths, for instance, or these cheap papery thin tablecloths?" Because that's what they're going to remember. No matter how good everything else is, it's going to be the bad thing, the thing that cheapens everything else, that they're going to notice.
So you think there's a difference in giving away or doing metal utensils versus plastic utensils?
Yes, 100%.
Okay. I never really thought about that.
If you go to Ruth's Chris and they gave you heavy-duty plastic utensils, what are you going to think in your head?
I mean,
it's going to make the steak seem cheaper and the experience seem cheaper. Now you're overpaying. You're going to think, God, I'm overpaying for, I paid all this money. I can't get fucking regular utensils.
I understand. I mean, that's a different, I believe that's a major difference. If I market my restaurant as like,
okay,
come into our place, it's like a backyard cookout.
Applebee's, your neighborhood bar and grill. Mm-hmm. If you started getting plastic silverware there instead of actual utensils, you would notice. It would leave a negative impression in your head. Yes. You can't say it doesn't.
If it's medium versus heavyweight, yes. If it's heavyweight where it doesn't break, then whatever I eat with isn't going to matter.
Okay. I guarantee you, you're going to think about it next time you go to a restaurant.
I'm going to a higher end one tonight. So
what if your sushi was on a paper plate when you went to a restaurant? Or a fiber. Your wife, why don't you ask her if her sushi was on a fiber board plate?
Bougie as hell, so I can't ask her.
Jesus Christ. So everybody else is wrong. I can't ask anybody else because they're going to think I'm wrong.
No, I'm not saying anybody. I never once. Don't put words in my mouth because I never once said anybody was wrong.
If I'm putting something in your mouth, it's not going to be words.
Whatever I'm using to eat, as long as it's functional, I'm a functional person. As long as it's functional, I'm not going to give them. If their food is fantastic, but I'm using a plastic silverware, I'm not going to give them a bad review.
I'm not saying you're not going to give a bad review anyways. You're not going to give a good review. You're not a review-leaving person.
I love reviews.
Yeah?
I asked for them, so I'll leave them.
You leave a lot of reviews?
I've left reviews, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, okay. For adequate service in hospitality or above and beyond?
No, if I thought the place was really good, good, I will leave it based off food and food alone.
Okay.
No, I can see how the experience plays a part. I understand that part. We'd like to offer you another loan.
More than likely.
So I understand how the experience, when you walk in, what you see, is it clean? Is
but why does it stop when you walk in? Why doesn't it carry through all the way till they walk out?
It does, but I don't believe it. I don't believe that utensils play a huge part.
Okay. For you.
If I give somebody a plastic set that's functional, that doesn't break, that doesn't bend, whatever, and they just throw it away with the rest of their food. Culver's, I mean, you're saying that your food serving is going to be like Culver's. Culver's doesn't give away utensils.
Order styling is going to be like Culver's. That's it. Order style.
So
nothing else is similar to Culver's.
Hold on. Then find me another similar order style place that uses metal utensils.
Okay, I'll do some searching for you. But just because no one else has done it, what does that mean we shouldn't?
I'm not saying you shouldn't.
Why can't we elevate quick service dining like Chick-fil-A did?
I think you absolutely could. But the point is it's quick service dining. It's just, that's what it is. It's meant to be just like a food truck, basically, except you're sitting down inside.
No. That's not what we're choosing.
You think so?
No. I think those can be two completely separate vibes and entities, even though they're serving the same food.
I think it can be a different vibe per se, but it's all about, if you have the same people working the food truck and the same people working the restaurant, it's going to be the same vibe.
Okay.
Because the people play as much of a part as your utensils and your plating and your everything. Right?
Okay. So, yes, so if you switch the atmosphere, it plays a part. So it's not just the people. You said if you're going to have the same people, the vibe's going to be same. They play the same part as everything else. So all those other things do play a part.
There's some sort of part they play. I think on people's list, it might be lower than what you think.
I think, yes, if you ask people to make a list without being in a restaurant of what is important to them, it's going to be down there. That doesn't mean subconsciously when they're dining that it doesn't play a role into their overall experience and how they feel while they eat. I don't care about just the food being good. I'm glad it tastes good. I know the food tastes good. I want them to feel something while they're there besides full. I can get food at
clean the plate.
I can get good food at 1,000 restaurants in Grand Rapids.
Mm-hmm.
How do I feel when I'm at those restaurants? What is the feeling that where I'm dining provokes? Is it just another place where I'm just going to refuel my tank? Or is there some other emotion that is involved in it?
I think when I'm okay, so
and Bubba, I am comparing silverware to silverware and restaurants to restaurants. It doesn't matter what they serve.
Well, okay, I do think it matters what they serve, but I don't. If you line up, 10 barbecue places, you're going to have ones in Texas that serve pretty much the exact same way, buffet style. They cut meat in front of you and they had it out. But when you say it, you want somebody to feel, you want them to feel what? Like your passion. What type of experience do you want somebody to have?
So you've never had an experience at a restaurant where you've felt more than just there to eat.
It comes from
never had a level of care from the details in the restaurant to the people that I'm not talking about service. I'm talking about attention. And not just going through the script and the emotion and the process. There's a difference there.
My wife got her sushi yesterday. She was blown away by the presentation.
Okay, so there's a piece of it, yes.
I got a burger and fries.
Okay.
I was very happy with the burger. I was less happy with the fries.
But you're only talking about the food itself and how it tasted. That's all you're talking about.
But that's why I'm going. That's why I'm going to a restaurant is the food.
I can eat a fucking burger in my house. I'm going somewhere for something more than that. It's not just convenience for me. Usually. You know?
I think the amount of the more I hear, like, when somebody starts like let's call it a Southern cooking restaurant, right? You want to walk in and you want that person to feel like they just walked into your mom's kitchen or grandma's kitchen or whatever. You want them to be able to smell everything. Smell is a big thing. You want them to be able to sit and talk. And to me, the ambiance of everything is important. Yesterday, they sat us in their Three Seasons room right in front of the heater, and I was hotter than hot.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't complain because that's where they sat us.
Well, you don't have to complain. You can say, "Hey, is there any way to turn down the temperature?"
They also sat us at a table that wobbled. I hate wobbly tables. God, for love, Jesus H, I hate wobbly tables.
See, you notice these details. It cheapens the experience.
I spilled the drink on my wife when I moved.
It cheapens the experience.
That definitely does make a difference. Yes, I'm not, but that has to go with ambiance. The number one reason, but it wouldn't be something that I wouldn't if I enjoy.
All of the things I'm talking about are in ambiance too.
If I enjoy the food, but the table sucks, I'd go back for the food.
Okay, but if you got a different table and that table also wobbled. Like every table you ever sat at wobbled there.
If I love the food,
see, no. You said like the food.
Sorry.
If now you've gone to love, which is two different things.
If I like the food, because I'm very picky, if I like the food, I'll just order carryout. If I don't like the ambiance, the food has to be number one, period. There can't be enough.
I understand that. That doesn't mean all the other things don't play have an impact on the experience. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying plating is number one.
I don't care how I serve you as long as I serve you.
See, and I want to be hospitable. I don't want to just provide service. Service is a transaction.
No, so like as far as provide you food that we cook. Okay. I want you to provide.
I can get that at McDonald's.
I want my food in your hands somehow.
Get that at McDonald's. Don't you want loyal customers? You want to be the first restaurant at the top of their head say, okay, where are we going to go out tonight? Let's go to PB&J's. Because everything is spot on every time I go.
Absolutely.
And not just the food. I don't ever get a wobbly table at PB&J's.
How did I run, how did I be up 70% when I had no control over tables and they all looked like they were from your mother's garage sale? I mean, I had no control over that and people still didn't care.
I understand.
We had tables that there was that much room between the seat and the bottom of the table. You couldn't sit in there.
Okay.
That will not happen in mine because I
understand that's if it doesn't matter, just go to a bunch of garage sales and get your tables and chairs.
Listen, if it was
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You just said it doesn't matter.
There are people that like that. I did not like that. I'm saying there are people that don't care. There's a lot of people that don't care. As long as the food is good, they will figure out a way to buy it.
But it's a coffee shop. Coffee shop first and foremost. That's not a barbecue restaurant that you were in. That's not your restaurant that you were in. It's not a restaurant that you were in. It's a cafe. Right?
It was. Absolutely.
Everything fit the vibe of a cafe that they were going for. That was the vibe they were going for. Relaxed, casual, come as you are, have a cup of coffee around a table. Right? Yeah. So if we're going to go with a dark aesthetic and this more of a industrial look where everything kind of flows together, everything's going to flow together. We're going to stay consistent from the floors to the ceilings to the light fixtures to the plates to the silverware. So everything is one cohesive unit. So nothing stands out as being out of place. That's what we're getting at. Because when something feels out of place, you feel that. Like something doesn't belong in the place that you are. That's what I'm getting at. I don't care what you serve on. It doesn't matter to me. As long as it fits the overall, everything's consistent throughout. Which is why we will have real silverware. Because it fits with everything else that we're doing. A nice heavy glass is nice and it goes well with everything else we're doing. Versus a plastic glass. Everything needs to be fluid.
So, are you hoping that based off what you're implementing, that if you're not changing your prices a whole heck of a lot, how are you hoping that they're going to think it's a value versus? What are you hoping they're going to think about the environment?
That it's comfortable and welcoming.
Isn't every environment that you walk in like a restaurant?
No. I've been in plenty of places where I have not been comfortable. And that's because I just don't care for the vibe that's there. I don't care for a lot of music going on. Wow. Loud environments are not places I necessarily want to eat. Where I can't have a conversation. Yeah, where I can't have a conversation with somebody at my table without feeling like I have to yell because everything else in the area is so loud, whether it's music or people or kitchen staff or whatever, Yeah. No, not every restaurant, in my opinion, is welcoming. There's been layouts that I've walked into and it doesn't feel like I'm there to be serviced. I'm there for a transaction. That's it. You walk into a McDonald's, it's not a welcoming place. I'm there to put food in my stomach and go. Hot and now is not a welcoming environment. Get your food and get the heck out of here. Bubba, I knew we were going to get Bubba a lot on when we started talking about this.
Bubba
says, in my opinion, plated barbecue is for snobs. Where have you seen barbecue served on plates? Again, just because we've never seen it or you don't see it very often doesn't mean it can't be done and done well.
Okay, so off of his comment, right? I think it could be a detriment at some point.
I've had plenty of good barbecue sandwiches served on plates. Are they at barbecue restaurants? Not necessarily. But I've had plenty of barbecue served on plates.
What I mean by a detriment is if for some reason they get... I want to use the word because of how I'm thinking about this. I want to use the word upscale, but it's not upscale. Unless you think it's considered upscale because it's not unlike a tray.
Because it's a plate? No. I don't think Applebee's is upscale. It's served on plates.
It's different. Different food.
Okay.
It's a different...
Chili's and their baby back ribs served on plates.
Are they?
I don't fucking know.
I don't think I've ever partook.
Fran says, I feel like you're describing two different situations, which is normal for me and Skippy. We haven't had a good argument, though, in a while. So we're not having an argument.
We're having a good discussion.
There's plenty, whatever. I've had plenty.
I don't know if I see...
You're hung up on, it's a barbecue restaurant, so this is how it has to be done. We can't have...
No.
We can't have nice plates because it's a barbecue restaurant. And that's not how they do it at barbecue restaurants.
I'm saying as far as aesthetics go. I'm just saying straight aesthetics.
Yeah.
I'm saying
okay. So we don't want people to think it's upscale?
I'm not saying your plates can't work. I'm not saying that at all. They probably can work. And if that's what you want to invest in, then they're going to work. No matter what, they're going to work. You're going to make them work. Because you're investing money into it.
Okay.
So
So what are you saying?
When I see, and maybe what they're talking about is close. As far as when I think barbecue, I think trays. I think platters. I don't think plates and bowls, and I think it's like you walk in and things can be thrown away easily. Even the barbecue restaurants I've been to around here, the plating is different. The vessel is, most of them are close to the same.
Yeah, because in my opinion, there's less thought put into them.
Oh boy.
For the most part. I know there are some restaurants that have put a lot of thought into how they lay out their 6 meat platters and all that stuff. There is a lot of thought put into those so that they are pleasing to the eyeball. But I think especially barbecue restaurants, more than any other industry or sector of restaurants, they get stuck into, this is how you plate barbecue. And it just boggles my mind. Yes, I'm not saying, hold on. I said for the most part.
Hold on.
Okay.
That is a work of art. I don't know if your plate with another bowl for a side could be considered.
You're right. I'm not going to try to do that. I'm not going to have that on my menu.
But that plays into the experience, doesn't it?
Okay, Skippy, put that on a black large platter, and you don't even. You're getting so hung up on what the fucking vessel's made out of. If it's not a metal tray, God, it can't be good barbecue.
No, I never said that.
What is that thing in the middle?
Handmade tortillas that they roll.
Okay.
I know. I had to wonder what it was too. Yeah, handmade tortillas, because these are tacos in those tortillas.
Gotcha. Okay. It's like the
I am not saying that because it's served
biggest
on a plate,
dog's
it's
red
not good
rocket I've ever
barbecue.
seen.
I'm not saying that it's not good barbecue if it's served on a plate. I never once said that, and I never will say that. But that leads me to what I've been trying to get to you. It's all about the food. At the end of the day, it's about the food. The food is,
Yes.
I don't care how it's served. If the food is good, it can be served on a flip-flop and I still eat it.
I beg to differ, but okay. Yes, if your food's not good, it doesn't matter what it's
served. If it's a new flip-flop, it's got to be a new one, okay?
Thank you.
A slightly used one, I'd worry.
I think the point you want to get across, Skippy, is if the food's bad, it doesn't matter what it's served on. I agree. People are coming for the food, not the plates and the silverware.
I believe that.
Right.
Yes, absolutely.
That
100%.
doesn't mean everything can't tie together and be a better experience overall. Is it going to be a better experience? I don't know, Skippy. This is why trying something new is scary for people. Because they're afraid to do it. Because no one does it.
Personally, I just like the look of a tray better. Personally.
Fine, great. And there's going to be people that are going to be that way. Are they going to stop coming? I doubt it. Because if the food's good, they're still going to come.
Yeah, just like you said, you're serving on a plate. I'm not going to not come because it's served on a plate.
Yeah.
I'm going to come because if the food's good, the food's good.
Exactly. But that doesn't mean we can't try to elevate some things and try things that may provoke and evoke different feelings in people. That see barbecue as a backyard picnic versus an actual place where they come to sit down and have a meal. More than on occasion. Where it's I'm in the mood for barbecue versus let's go here to get some, or we're going out to dinner, let's go here. I think those are two different things. It's kind of like Chinese food, in my opinion. I have to be in the mood for Chinese food pretty much to go to a Chinese restaurant. When we say, we're going to go out, we're going to have a date night, Chinese food's never near the top of the list.
No.
Unless it's a high-end Chinese place. It's like one of those types.
That cook in front of you, whatever.
Yeah, a really nice hibachi place or something like that. Right?
Yeah.
Same, in my opinion, it's the same kind of thing. I want to go from, we're in the mood for barbecue, let's go get Sweet Racks, to we're going out to eat. Hey, we get really good everything, service, hospitality. It's a nice place where we can go out for a decent dinner on a date night.
Sure.
And I think those are two different clientele, and we can cater to both.
Okay. I wouldn't say they're different. I would say it's pretty one and the same. I mean, but I understand where you're going with it. I think you're definitely going to cater to both. I think you should. Everybody should. I'm hoping to. Shit. I mean, I'm hoping to keep the momentum going with our own place, but
I'm sure you will. Because your food's good, Skipping. If the food's good, doesn't matter if you're in a trailer in a parking lot or a cafe or an old dumpy pizza place.
I now know it does matter. It absolutely matters.
Mm-hmm.
The sit down is you'll get more people, and it's just how it is. People are still scared of food trucks. Is Chris still chiming in?
No. I just got all kinds of notifications on my phone. I'm sure he's still listening. I just got doing things. All right, we got to go. We're overtime.
It's a great discussion, though. It's great.
Good job, everybody. Thank you.
All started with utensils.
I'm sorry I'm wrong.
I'm sorry I'm wrong.
I'm sending my plates back.
I don't think you're going to do that.
I am. I'm going to
got more wider plates. It'd be good.
Various metal trays. What?
Just need wider plates. That was a very thin plate. That was a very thin, long plate.
It's like 6 inches wide.
It looked like what my wife got her sushi on last night.
Yeah. That's like a 13 by 5, I think, is what that plate is.
Gotcha. I hope everything goes great.
It fits a whole rack of ribs with room. Yeah.
We'll talk about it some other time. We're going to go.
Okay, goodbye, everybody.